Hello, my friend. Welcome back to Yoga with Paige. There's a quote that goes, "You are only as young as your spine is flexible." And that's the area of the body we're focusing on today. The first portion of this practice is controlled spinal movements like undulations and twists to bring more fluidity to the cerebral spinal fluid, aiding in your total body health. Then we'll cool down with a few stretches and gentle twists before relaxing in Shavasana. Notice what you feel in the different areas of the spine in each movement. Wherever you feel stiff or a little stuck, that's where we focus on releasing more through breath and awareness. If any of these movements become uncomfortable or painful, please stop and adjust accordingly. When you're ready, we begin in mountain pose. Beginning our practice today with body awareness, focusing specifically on the spine, taking a quick body scan from the top of your head, down the back of your neck, your back, your lower back, all the way down the legs. Where do you feel tension or tightness? Taking a few big breaths of air, coming into the body, and beginning with some nice spinal rolls, taking the chin into the chest as you slowly roll down, fingertips reach for the mat, and then slowly roll back up. We'll take multiple rounds of these, so find your own pace. And with all of these exercises today, you can pause where you feel anything that you need to release a little bit more, or add in, take away some movements. Really bringing body awareness here, focusing back on the spine, what you feel, where, as much as you can. Using the arms as an extension of your spine. Allowing them to move freely as they want to. Feeling yourself unravel and open up. Finding one last one of these before meeting back in a nice strong mountain pose. Taking your time to arrive. And coming into a one-arm shoulder rotation. So this time we're not focusing on the shoulder itself, but on the upper spine behind the scapula where it connects to the base of the neck, using your arm as a way to begin moving the fluid around the spine. So these can look very, very different. Perhaps close your eyes here and really tune in to what you feel. How does your body want to move? You can take your arm back. Maybe we take it forward and circle around. Finding any expression of movement that makes you feel, that's what I need, that release right there. And continuing to breathe, not holding your breath. And whenever you're ready, switch sides, taking the left arm up and around, making these movements very small or as big as you'd like. This is a great practice for getting to know your body, especially if we add this into our routine, weekly, monthly. You'll feel different on different days. A good way to check in. Beautiful. Find your last movement or two, remembering that you can always pause me and continue if something feels really nurturing. Coming back to our mountain pose. Spread your feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Extend the arms out shoulder height, bend the knees, connect to the core, and take your chest parallel into a nice halfway lift. On your next exhale, round through the back, really full. Send the scapula up to the ceiling. And then on your inhale, make your chest come up, big breath in. So it's like a little standing cat-cow. But in between, come back to a nice neutral spine for a breath to reset. Use your arms however you need to, aiding in your balance. Not forcing these movements, find your own rhythm. Your awareness is on your back. I thought some wiggles felt really good here. I invite you to try some of those. Play around, get a little creative. Wherever you are, find this next breath really deep and big. And then come back to a halfway lift. Hold here for a few seconds, strengthening the muscles along the sides of the spine. A strong back will help relieve pain. Standing up and stepping to the long edge of the mat, toes turn out to the corners, sinking low into goddess pose. So really root down as you lift up here. Find your center of gravity, of balance, and then take the hands behind the head. Finding a gentle twist to the right and a gentle dip to the left. Make this first movement a little small. See how you feel, where you feel this. And then perhaps on the next one, we dip a little bit further. Moving with control. Stopping if anything doesn't feel good. If it causes any pain. And we can stay here, or maybe we start to find a little rounding sensation. Take what you need to move that prana, that energy around. Spinal movements are very energizing in nature. So this can be a great practice for in the morning, before you head off to work, anytime you're feeling a little bit more lethargic. Releasing when you are balanced out, finding one breath in goddess, and then dropping down to one knee. We're coming into a 90-90 lunge. We can also come into the wall and use the wall for support here. Arms in front of the shoulders, peeling one arm back, coming back up to meet hands, and then peeling the other one. So it doesn't even matter which side we take first. It just matters that we're moving with care, twisting from the upper back, finding strength and stretch, increasing mobility, flexibility, decreasing pain, inflammation, releasing stress. Continue to breathe. Finding your last round and carefully switch sides. Coming on to the other knee and finding the same pattern of movement. As you take your next breath in, send gratitude to your body for allowing you to move in this way, literally reversing the aging process, which does intensify when we become more sedentary, more immobile, less able to move, when this buildup of fluid becomes stagnant. See if you can feel the opening happening, the liquefying. Finding your last round with this big twist. Coming back to center, and when you're ready, we meet in child pose. Sending big toes together, hips on the heels, and walking the hands out. Finding a few breaths to reset, noticing how you feel in this moment. Preparing the body for a few spinal undulations next. Press through the hands and think of pulling your head and chest forward into a little cobra. And then reversing that movement, sending your hips back, child pose. Awareness at the lower back, the entire spine. These movements can feel a little awkward at first, but as you begin to play around with them more, they will feel more natural. They take practice, just like all things. We can also perform these from downward facing dog or any other variation that may work for you today. This is a more low impact version. And I think they just feel really juicy and wonderful. Exhale to send the hips back, and inhale to a little baby cobra. Meeting back in child pose. Before lifting up onto all fours and extending the chest down into puppy pose, heading into the second portion of this practice with a few gentle stretches to cool the body down. Exhale, reach the fingertips forward and melt the chest down to the earth. Allow your heart to expand and open with every breath. Releasing what no longer serves you on the exhales. Continuing to breathe, being with the body. And on your next out breath, press through the hands to lift the chest and come into an easy seat. Finding a gentle spinal twist, wringing out the spine. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, cross the left hand to the right knee as you reach the right behind you. Holding here for a few breaths. Seeing if there's anything else your body is calling for, like mine was calling for a few neck rolls. Focusing more on the cervical spine. Meeting back through center. Big breath in to fill the belly, and exhale as you twist to the left. Taking one last big breath, and then slowly make your way onto the back, planting the feet, preparing for bridge. Tucking the shoulder blades underneath, palms face down, grounding down. Inhale, and exhale, send the hips up, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. We hold here for a few breaths. Strengthening the back, aligning the chakras of the body, getting our last dose of strength. Send the hips up a little higher. And then release, carefully hugging the knees into the chest, giving your lower back a little massage as you ground down. And then letting the knees drop over to the left side, finding a nice big supine twist. This probably feels really yummy. Breathe into it, find the ease. And taking any variation of a spinal twist that may feel good to you, extending the bottom leg, raveling the legs in eagle. Constantly checking in with yourself and seeing how you can adjust to make this practice fit for you. Gently rolling over onto the back, giving yourself another little hug. And we take our twist to the other side. Notice the rhythm of your breath, knowing that you don't need to force it to change. Just observing its rhythm, the breath of life flowing in and out. Take one big, full belly breath. And exhale. Release your twist, preparing for Shavasana. Lying on the back, extending the legs, letting the feet open to the sides, arms lie, palms facing up. Make yourself comfortable, and then surrender. Focusing on your breath, the only thing that's important right now. Allowing this practice to seep into your body as you quiet the mind. Breathing in and out. And when you're ready, carefully rolling to one side and coming to a sitting position. I thank you so very much for choosing me to be your guide here on the mat today. I look forward to the next time we practice together.